Hey everybody, welcome back to some roster reviews. It's been a few weeks since I did one, just because they kind of wear me out, so I was taking a little bit of a break from them. First account we're looking at is JustinMasterGee. Started right as the game came out, they said, but took a few multi-month breaks here and there. Still 10.6 million GP, working on a lot of the newer legendaries as they come out. I see they're running a 6-star Executor in Fleet Arena. We do have Scythe, Fury Class Interceptor, so those are probably the more difficult ships to acquire. Got a 4-star Leviathan, 5-star Profundity, and then 6-star. If I had to pick one that's so much worse not being 7-star, it's definitely Leviathan. So I'd recommend on refreshes do Leviathan, and you can kind of slow farm the rest. Like Profundity definitely has most things already going for it. And Executor is still pretty good at 6-star. But Leviathan without 7-star is really, really lacking a lot of stuff. So just my input there. Looks like, yeah, Relic Bad Batch. Not too surprising for an account this old. So that's looking good. Don't really need to scrutinize too much more. The customary Empire check, Galactic Republican Empire check on fleets. GLs, we got 8. So we got them all. One of them only R9. That's interesting. An R9 Leia over R9 JML. JML gets so much more out of R9 than anyone else. Even Leia. They're both GLs, they're both tanks, so it makes sense, but he just gets so much more. I probably need to make a video on like who to R9. It's not that many characters that really, really want it. GLs are one of them, or some of them, but JML for sure is top tier there. But we got Maul. I should probably check on Conquest units. Sorting by the bottom gives me a better sense of these older accounts. Okay, so Tuscans missed that boat from Crate. No Afra. Gungans, not there, of course. But working on the Gungans, which is good. I mean, Jar Jar is definitely powerful and is going to be really key in the upcoming raids. So that's definitely a good thing to leapfrog and work on. Let me check Ufus to see if we got... Okay, we got Malicos, awesome. And there's Reva, so already looking like most stuff is here. So I don't know if I'll have too much input. Dark Trooper Moff Gideon. And I'm not seeing a ton of TW Omicrons necessarily. Dark Trooper, I think that's a little low on the relics. Because he's a damage dealer. I think relic 7 at least for him. Just light on relics, like high-end relics all around, seems like. Because most of the GLs are R7. Which for me at this point feels a little low for GLs. I mean, I know this guy can get there, or this person can get there because they got R9s as needed for the fleets, and then some other R8s, but just not seeing GLs at R8. So I would definitely work on GLs to R8. Interestingly, he's got more Omicrons on Queen Amidala than me. A couple Omicrons there. A couple on Bane as well. Bane, for now, just fine with R7, but we'll see how he is after the Datacron expires. Yep, do have the Datacron there. Looking like a decently healthy inventory. Yeah, higher relics, definitely a thing. I mean, 5 is a little low for Star Killer. I made a video not too long ago about R8 targets, and it's not that you have to get those R8, but every character in that video that's an R8 target is before that like a priority R7 target. Like, they're not characters that you just leave it R3 or R5 and hold it there. So you can search for that. And yeah, I mean, we got a lot of low relics. So just overall high relic hygiene is probably a big thing I'd harp on for this account. And then the new stuff for sure. Let's check out some mods. Lord Vader's the fastest, which is interesting. It's 177. A lot of protection, does have the crit damage triangle. I also have the crit damage triangle, so I'm a fan of lots of protection and crit damage triangle and the speed set. Not big on the crit damage set. JMK's not too far behind him. Boomler Kylo, I think, is probably has the highest need for speed right now in the game. Because you just want to, I mean, with the Super Kylo Ren Datacron stuff, you really want to get out in front. And if you're doing a mirror, or if you're like facing a bunch of different stuff, getting that stun off first is really important. And this is really, I mean, it's really solid speed across all these GLs. Like plus 170 for all that I've seen so far. Let's see, Rey. Office and health. It's like the standard playbook now. It didn't used to be. I feel like a lot of people used to just go for health when she came out for a while, but now just offense. Health is the way to go. So, I mean, that's looking good. You really just got to get R9 JML and not even 6 mods. Oof. I mean, it's decent protection for R8, but R9 just gives so much more. So, yeah, I am heavily advertising that. I mean, maybe he's already working on it because it's R8 and everything else is R7, so maybe he's already doing it. I don't know. Moff Gideon's the fastest non-GL, plus 163. It's pretty good. Armor really fast. If there's a specific reason, it makes a lot of sense. Like if you do C versus JMK a lot. Otherwise, I'm not sure about it. Also, Bo-Katan Mandalore is a good target to go for, in addition to Gungans. Because those are all high value adds of the requirements, and it's only 4 of them, so it's pretty nice. I'm going to look at some that I don't always look at. Rex, so he's really fast, so that's good. Lots of health. The health is good. He just has high base protection, so you can do that as well. I like crit damage on him because he is one of the damage dealers on that team. Because you sit out Ezra, and then Sabine is there, but Rex is still hits really hard. Grand Inquisitor. Offense. Yeah, I was thinking that. Like, I really like offense and protection on him for some reason. Probably because he has higher base protection. You really just want him to survive. He's a prime target on defense a lot, and then on offense, you don't want him to die either. Let's try to see some. I always look at the same characters just because they're all so important. Let me just spot check other stuff. So Yoda speed. I don't like the speed necessarily, because usually if you do use him, it is on either JML or Giant Revan. You're calling him to assist. I mean, yeah, he gets used on Keller and Beck as well. Maybe speed's better there. I don't know. I think offense, or even a lot of health focus, just to keep him alive, is good. I'm not big on crit damage for Yoda because his crit chance is so low. It is super low. The Dark Trooper Moff Gideon R6 only, not slice mods, but protection focus. That is good. This is definitely an R9 target. Okay, it's looking decent. Just lower relics than most people go for with him. The last one I'll look at is Bane. So Bane is just a monster. Okay, all health. I'm not big on the all health approach. Early on, it was like a big theory, like, oh, you just want health. You want him to ramp up, ramp. But he starts out the gate hitting so hard. You just want some good offense to start. You want health, but you also want offense. I think offense set, health set, offense primaries, or health primaries with a lot of great offense percentage secondaries is the way to go. Like, get really high damage output. And then crit damage as well. Like, definitely crit damage. So, I mean, he's awesome. Like, there's a lot of room for error, but I think that's definitely the way to go. All right, well, that's it for this one. Thanks for letting me take a look. And next up, we got Baws Man. They're Mighty Chlorians. Started shortly after launch, so another really long-time player. And when they requested, this was back at the end of February, so basically March. Finished Afra, and then they said they might start Leviathan. Focus on TW and GAC, and spends about 20 a month. So I'm already seeing JMK and Profundity. I like to see Scythe. Just lets me know that people are getting their endgame ships. Not okay. There's Fury. So also 4-star Leviathan. So we did get Leviathan. That's good. Definitely, like I said, for the immediately preceding review, Leviathan is by far the one you need to get to 7 stars compared to a lower. Like 7-star is vastly superior to his lower star self. Profundity, pretty good at 5 stars, even 4 stars, pretty decent. Just Leviathan loses a huge step. So if you're doing the ridiculous crystal refreshes, do Leviathan first. And I already saw that Marauder was good to go. So it's nice not having to chirp people for Marauder and seeing it already there. So that's awesome. Shuttle, I think you need to farm that to 7-star. So, in an account this old, it's like, and this large, 11.2 million, you want to start thinking completionist. Like, even if you're not really caring too much about a ship, farm it shards, because you basically can get every ship to 7 stars eventually. There's not that many compared to characters. So just farm the ships. I mean, this one's 6-star, 4-star. Shuttle is really good. So, like, definitely get that to 7-star. Finish farming them. So let's actually sort by, can I sort by rarity? I'm not seeing it for, or no. Did I do this? Yeah, okay. I was on the wrong checkbox. So, uncheck Empire. Yeah, just finish off the fleets. I mean, you never know, like, farming the ships, you never know when you're going to need them. And the Hyena Bomber? 4-star Hyena Bomber? Like, that's crazy to me at this point. Like, it's a pilotless ship. You don't need to develop anything underneath it. You don't need relics. You gotta finish that stuff. So, farm all these ships. Like, just do it. I don't even want to have to explain myself fully. Like, you gotta farm all the ships. And then characters, let me see if we got the same thing going on here. But we do have all GLs. And it just saves time. If something pops up as a requirement and you aren't ready, like the shard farming is the slowest thing. Let me do the same thing here. Rarity. And reverse. Tuscan, I mean... I think farm... Yeah, just the shards on the Tuscans. I mean, Gungans are new. All this other stuff is, like, pretty new. Wow. Yeah, these are all, like, very recent marquees and then Tuscans. So, I mean, I hate Tuscans, too. They're irritating to me. Like, they beat me a lot. Was at inopportune times. But you should at least farm the shards. They are accelerated, so... what else? Oh, filter by rated AMR, right? Okay. So what else are they missing? A lot of the Iden troopers. Range troopers, good. He's a switch hitter from Imperial trooper teams. Definitely valuable. I just travel Grogu getting farmed. That's great. Not a ton that's missing here. That's like, oh, you gotta have that. Beck. Yeah, I mean, they're obviously farming them 6 stars, so yeah, keep it up. Stapp seems to clearly be going for gear 13, which I do encourage. 2 out of the 6 there. Nice, not gear 13. Save the gear. I don't get anything out of my dad bod boba. Actually, there was one GAC, one 3v3 a long time ago. I think I did get some use out of him. But that's it. Other than that, I've got nothing. Relic 1 Iden's a little low, even if just for the ship. Probably get her up a bit. Relic 5, I mean, I only recently bumped up my Cad Bane for ships, but that's another consideration. Relic 3 Mando, I think, is actually pretty okay. I'd say Relic 3 Marin, just so you can use Datacrons. Yeah, I mean, it's looking pretty good. Clearly going for Gungans, which is awesome. Tarpals was a very expedited farm with those extra jobs they had. Again, okay, Afra, like Relic 1. I think the stopping point for anything that you're ever going to use is at least 3. So you can use Datacrons. Well, let's see what we're working with here. Some. I mean, definitely not using Datacrons on every team. Seems like. Yeah, I mean, we got like tons of low relics. R3 Trey, I think, is pretty low. R1 Dark Moff Gideon, my gosh. That's so low. This guy's a beast. Like, but 5 on Queen Amidala. Interesting. 3 on Malicos. Oh my gosh, Malicos. He's like, you know, he needs to be R8, right? Maul? These guys need to be R8. Too low. Okay, we're starting to get to more of the relics. But Tarful? You got Tarful to Relic 7 when you got all these studs sitting at R3. At least Darth Bane is Relic 7. That is good to see. But I guess you're alright. So you got a lot of work to do. What a good guild mate. I hope. I hope this is just a nice thing for platoons. Being nice for the guild. R9 Clone Wars Chewbacca. Ridiculous. I hate those platoons. Like, I hate that they threw crap characters like that. Super high relic platoons. R9 Starkiller. Nice. That's more developed than mine. R9 Padme. This guy's a good guild mate. At the least. He is helping out his guild with R9 stuff that usually you don't really want R9. Padme doesn't really get much out of R9. She's not a tank. She cares more about health, not that much about protection. So those have to be platoons or ops characters, operations characters they're calling them now. But pretty built out. I mean, yeah, just farm the newer stuff. Nitpicking on those lower relics is definitely something I'd encourage you to work on, and then farming shards for anything you don't have. Even if you don't really want it right now, just save yourself time later. Just hit it once a day. Like, don't even refresh the node. Speed and mods. Spring Dark Kylo fastest. This is what I see the most, and I like it. This one looks great. Lord Vader, also pretty fast, 570, lots of protection. I don't know how much protection that is. Look, it seems like it's all primaries, but not tons of extra protection shoved in there. Yeah, like there's no secondary protection there. There's a little flat extra protection there. That one's good. A little bit there. So, I mean, it's still some shoved in there on the secondaries, but not like tons and tons. R9JML, thank you. Yeah, I just blanked out for a second. I was trying to think of something. That's great protection. No, that's good. JML's looking nice. I feel like Leia's not that crucial. Oh, nice. Lots of health. Health, I think, more valuable than speed on Rey. If you can squeeze out a little bit more health, or a decent chunk more health, or a decent chunk more speed, I go for more health. Offense, too. Our dude super fast. What else is new? Tarful. Whew. Man, is this for TB? I don't know. Is this for like the Wookiee mission? Oh, because they do all have to be R7 for that. Plus 160. I'd like to know how that goes. I mean, I haven't really... It's just a combat mission, right? So it doesn't... Most people don't care about... Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he's got enough to run it. Tarful, 3PO Chewie, Zalbar, Clone Wars Chewie, and OG Chewbacca. I'd say you sub out Clone Wars Chewie for Vandor. That's probably the best. You can't use Chrysanthemum on that. That's interesting. Well, let's not sort by speed. Let's just set by power. Yeah, Wookiee warriors over here. Yeah, that's interesting. I've not seen that much focus on Wookiees on any account that's not like everything is maxed out. So it's cool. I mean, you could pick worse things. Fastest DR, 170. He's a little flimsy. Don't really like that. So, I mean, offense is good. I think health there. It's better for him. He's just got a lot higher base health. 5th brother now. That's very fast, relatively. It's interesting. Sidious is very fast, relative. And potency sets, plus 149. That's pretty cool. Lots of potency. Gosh, Relic through Baws Man. So weak. Trying to look at something. Trying to wait for something that catches my interest. Let's compare this armor to the previous account. Like that was like 350. This is 312. That's more what I mean, I'm like kind of lazy, kind of neglect my armor because I feel like a rarely user. But if you have a specific purpose, you can make her pretty good. It's Ben Solo looking. I feel like it could go for more health. Speed's pretty good. The offense looks... Oh no, his special offense is what matters. It's okay, I guess. 2 offense primaries. A little bit of extra offense shoved in there. Yeah, I mean, pretty interesting account. I think I've looked at this one for a while. R5 Malgus, come on. Lots of low ball relics on this account. But overall, pretty cool. Definitely a Wookiee warrior. So if you see this one, let me know how that combat mission actually goes. Is it doable or not? I haven't seen any videos on it. Like to know. Thanks for letting me take a look. Last account we got, and this is a little bit more like it. We got a very low GP player, 2 million. Started in April 2023. Carbonite 2, same as Gotenks right now. Gotenks count start January 2024, so this account has 8 months on it and only about 300k GP on it, but has Executor. So Executor, definitely impressive. I'm actually really surprised to see Executor with 2 million GP. Interested to see what the whole account looks like. So looking here at the ships, it is just a barren wasteland other than the requirements. We have the Geo ships, which were probably used to do those ship challenges early or started with these ships, because that's very often recommended. But I used to recommend it too, like Endurance and Geos and Malevolence. So it makes sense. Like that, starting when they did, definitely used that. Fortunately, now I think what is dominant is the Galactic Republic stuff. And while I see Gear 12 on these Galactic Republic ships, not farm very much. Ahsoka ship, definitely farm it. It's really easy. It's a Galactic War store. Even if you don't farm it from any other source, you should still get it pretty fast. I think Fleet Arena store is also worth it, but just hit Anakin's ship. Like, it's such a good ship. Even if you don't want it right now, you'll want it later. Hit the node at least once a day. Same with the Marauder. Because that's just going to be good. I say you unlocked Malevolence, that's great. You haven't done anything with it, haven't done anything with Grievous, just start farming Negotiator shards. So you definitely at least have a guild capable of unlocking it. Whether you can upgrade or not, I don't know. That's another story. 7-star TIE Bomber is impressive. Well, I guess is that part of Executor? I don't know. But it's a good ship. I mean, that's most of what we got here. We got Millennium Falcon as well. But that makes sense since we have all the bounty hunter ships anyway for Executor. No GLs. So this is definitely, it's a good formula, but I'm worried that there's a lot of gaps in the factions, which is what we'll dive into. Because, I mean, in my first free-to-play farming guide, and like a lot of guides, like in the couple years leading up to when I made my first 2 from other content creators, it's Executors recommended first. Like, it's definitely the value. Helps you in Fleet Arena. It's definitely helping out this player. I think they were at 11. Yeah, so that's amazing. We got Relic CLS. I mean, Invader's part of that. Imperial Troopers can get 2 assault battles done, so that is great. I don't know if this cast, supporting cast, is getting any challenge tier 1 done. Veers, Stark, Piet, and Dark Trooper I think are great. I don't know. Moff Gideon's not necessarily the best. I think you want Range Trooper in there. Greatly facilitates keeping that Terminator train going. So I think these 4 plus range. So start farming range right now for that. Because you have, I mean, you have a great setup. Like, they're 7 stars. I don't... If this gets challenge tier 1 done, I'm impressed and happy because it means I'm closer to it than I thought. But it's definitely a great focus because, again, you're so close. Wampa Omicron, I like it. I like the GK. I do like the CLS team because back when this player started, Rex wasn't even a thing. So I think Rex is the dominant rebel path right now, but definitely wasn't before. So we got Gear 12 Geos, nice. It's good for Watch Shards. We got some other Relic Jedi. So I'm just trying to think of Assault Battles, because Assault Battles are so important for accelerating growth in a newer account, at least getting Challenge Tier 1. So we got Imperial Troopers for 2 of them. Jedi need to get up there. I don't think this is capable of Challenge Tier 1. I think you either need Giant Revan or several, like a full team of Relic characters there. Sith is a tough one to swing because you usually don't really want to focus on it. You probably want Palpatine, Bastille Shan, Nihilus. Vader can help in there too. Trey might be good. I mean, Malik is the best, but that seems a long way off for this player. I don't think there was any nicest development. No. Phoenix. I mean, Phoenix is absolutely, like, even, okay, 7-star Rex, awesome. Gear them up. Like, they are so good, trust me. Especially in normal conquest. Like, you should be going for normal conquest. If you're not, I can tell you, I'm going to do a video soon. Go Tanks account update where I've been doing normal conquest. Phoenix with Captain Rex, Chopper, Hera, Kanan, and Zeb. Really good in normal conquest. Really good. Even at just like Gear 11. Which isn't like negligible. But most of these are 9 anyway. So like Gear 11, very good. And they're getting assault battles done. You don't need them for the Rebel assault battle because you've already got that locked down with CLS. Probably autoing even like Challenge Tier 2. If I had to guess. And then that's most of the assault battles. This account is just really focused and not really bothering on anything that's not in the main farming path. Seems like. Which I can respect. Just add a couple more things more quickly. The problem when you go for the big, like huge unlock, like a GL or a big capital ship, is like players get so focused on all those requirements and relics, they're not building anything else out, kind of in a balanced fashion. I think it kind of hurts their overall health of their account. This one's, I mean, this is pretty good. I'm actually shocked that they're still in carbon. I'm shocked that they're not at least bronzium. I mean, you got Wampa, you got Executor. You just put Executor on defense, throw everything else on offense, take him out. Wampa is going to get some done. Imperial Troopers are going to get some done. CLS, like Bounty Hunters, Empire, like you're going to get it done. So, but yeah, I mean, that's interesting to look at. Yeah, let's see what our fastest set is. 112. It's not great. They're all sliced too. It's a 9. 19, that's good. 1 for 5. 2 for 10. 4 for 20. So 2 of them are good. The rest can use them as pilot mods and work on some other faster mods. Boba Fett's saying fastest. I mean, he is R8. So he is R8 on this. He's like the damage dealer you have for bounty hunters. So I guess I think it makes sense. But you're not necessarily as worried about speed as you are damage for him. It's got lots of creativity. Okay, well, that's actually pretty good. Actually, I do decent. So I think that makes sense for where this account's at, actually. So no shade there. Way too slow for Bosk. Protection is the focus. It should be 100,000, so we're missing something. Yeah, there's health. No. This serves 0 purpose. That's a nice secondary of protection, but no. Protection primary, more speed. Get it done. Yeah, Han's really fast. He's not, but like compared to the rest of the team, he's a higher priority than I'm used to in the CLS team. Usually, you want CLS fastest. Which, by the way, I'll look at CLS because he is getting his stats shared. To produce really slow crit damage. I like offense on him because 3PO and Chewie spreads it out. But that's good offense on him too. And a little bit tenacity. People usually go for like. You don't. It really, this isn't something you do really. Slice up to 6 dots a mod that has no speed. I mean, I know it's got offense, and to me, the question is, do I slice this to level 15? Not do I slice this to 6 dot? Because sometimes you'll slice it to level 15 to get the 15% offense boost instead of 7.5 in a newer account if it doesn't have speed. Just because of that, you're getting a lot of extra offense. But 6 dots, no. That's like 3% extra offense, and it's a lot of precious mats, not just a few credits. Yoda, offense and crit chance. It actually makes sense. I mean, I don't like crit damage because look at his crit chance, 36%. It's terrible, even with a crit chance set. Crit chance sets kind of suck. It's only 8%. They really need those sets to be like higher. They calibrated that. They clocked them way too low. Let's see how Kenobi's looking. Health. I mean, it's good. I mean, no speed is. Is it Padme? I forget. Yeah, there's Padme. So yeah, I mean that makes some sense. I mean, he's basically a permaton. You want him to be slow, and he's not gonna. He's just gonna sit there and take the hits. Sitting on a lot of stuff. I'm not sure why you farmed Trey and then didn't work on her gear. To me, if you don't have enough gear to build her up, you should have used the raid currency that you used to farm her for gear for someone else that you are actively working on. That's it for this one. This account, I mean, a lot of advice, a lot of thoughts. I had a lot more. I'm way more interested in looking at an account like this now than I was before, just because I'm coming along to that point. I'm at 1.7 million with the GoTanks account. This account here has way more relics, which is interesting. But anyway, yeah, thanks for letting me take a look, and best of luck. So yeah, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. I know it's been a while since I got around to the roster review, so for those who are waiting, my apologies of just getting a little bit burned out on the roster reviewing, but I felt more interested in this round, so I'm going to try to get away from like a regular cadence of like every week I do it, but you know, I'll try to do it when I can. So yeah, I appreciate your patience and understanding. Thanks so much to everyone for continued support, and I'll see you all later.